Welcome to Stream Surfing, where the dice decide what I review. To start, I need to see where I'm watching. Netflix. Now to roll for the genre. 17 is action. Now to roll for the movie. 12. 12 is Project Power. I don't know what this is. I'll be right back. What a frustrating movie. It had a great idea, but terrible execution. Project Power is from 2020 and was directed by Henry Joost and Ariel Schulman. Slightly into the future, there's a new, highly illegal drug that can give anyone a random superpower for 5 minutes. You might get super strength or become a living fireball, or things may go sideways and you just explode and die. Every time you take the pill, you never know what you're going to get. So, is there a criminal mastermind selling these on the street? No! It's a sassy teenager who pauses the film several times so she can freestyle rap. Oh, and why is she selling drugs? Say it with me. To pay for the medication for her sick mama. I swear it's like the writers of these can't do anything unless they mash in every cliche possible. Let's see. Good cop, bad cop. Sassy kid who always gets into trouble but helps save the day. Mega-powered MacGuffin that always delivers the right power when the story requires it. Corrupt police chief that works with the bad guys. Lots and lots more. It was nice to see Jamie Foxx acting again. I know he had some health issues that took him out for a while, and he looked pretty good here. Joseph Gordon-Levitt was in this too, and he was his usual self. His part was pretty one-note, but that's more the fault of the script than his acting. Casey Neistat, the YouTube guy, showed up as someone who was trying to buy the drug. Apparently he's been in a few movies, which I didn't know until now. Also, Machine Gun Kelly's in this, under his real name, Carlson Baker. When I looked this up, there were a bunch of articles saying, MGK's new Netflix movie, which is funny because he's barely in it. There were a few cool action scenes with the superpowered people, and it was neat seeing whatever randomized ability they would get when they took the pill. Although they limited them to your boring basic abilities. There were at least 3 times when people got the super strong perk. Other than that, there was fire, ice, bulletproof, Wolverine, but what about flight, clones, and so many other things they could have done? They just played it safe. I thought the idea of this brief superpower maker was interesting, but they didn't do enough with it. Beyond that, I didn't care about any of the characters. They were all boring, uninspired stereotypes. There was so much unnecessary junk they could have cut out of this. It was almost 2 hours. They could have cut at least one of the freestyle raps. This isn't even about my dislike of rap. It's more that it dragged the whole film down. I would have been equally annoyed if the film was halted for any other musical genre. I will give them credit on the effects. They looked pretty neat for the most part. When Fox is fighting the guy who's on fire, that was really cool. However, there were incredibly stupid parts. Like when there's this dock that's heavily patrolled with armed guards, and the girl needs to sneak in. So she just puts up her hoodie and walks through the front gate without anyone noticing. I guess she was wearing an invisibility hoodie. There were a few pivotal moments where the main characters are backed into a corner and they have to take the pill, which then gives them exactly the power they need for that situation. There was one guy who exploded, but it was obviously done for comedic effect. I would have loved it if there was some big moment in the film where one of the heroes needed to take the pill and then blew up. That would have been unique and completely unexpected. The way most of the action shot was really sloppy. Too many quick cuts and shaky cam. Another action movie where they think the best way to shoot the action is to fling the camera all over the place. It was a disservice to the effects as you could never tell what was going on. They put some effort into them and it was a shame because of the shoddy camera work you could never see them. Oh, and the 5 minutes of superpowers was always as long or as short as the movie needed it to be. It always went on for just long enough or ran out at the right moment. Beyond all this, what was even the point of the drug? They get everyone addicted to this drug that gives people superpowers so they can turn them into superpowered slaves? What? Project Power was bad. A waste of a really good idea on a cliche-filled, honestly dull film. visually striking at some points, but ultimately bland. Like a gorgeous cake covered in fondant. Sure, it looks amazing, but it tastes terrible. I had trouble finishing it. If this was something I was watching for my own entertainment, not for the review, I probably would have shut it off. I just didn't care how it ended. So when I did get to the ending, it was about what I expected, which made me even more annoyed. Mild spoiler ahead. So they rescue Art's daughter, who has this permanent power to heal anything. Instead of taking her to heal Robin's mom, they just give her a duffel bag full of drug money to pay for her treatments. That's just as good, right? I'm actually bummed because at the beginning, I was thinking this had massive potential to be something amazing. Instead, it ended up being a great idea that they absolutely squandered, and that annoyed me most of all. It's probably why I'm harsher on it than I would be a normal bad movie. If they would have taken the core idea and given this a complete rewrite, there may have been something there, but as it is, it's a gigantic waste. I'm giving Project Power a big thumbs down. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.